The idea is a very simple one, and the Mamba mentality simply means trying to be the best version of yourself. That's what the mentality means. It means every day you're trying to become better, and it's a constant quest. It's an infinite quest.
Job's not finished. Job finished? No, I don't think so.
Yo, what's up, y'all? Let me turn that down for y'all because I can't turn it down too much because it's actually really hot. It is 85 degrees. Real feel is 88, so you know what I mean. I actually just got to work. I remember I told you before I take naps during my class lunch break, and I have this pillow that I take naps with. I didn't take it down. I don't know, since yesterday I just left it here. Doesn't really get in the way of me driving. It's pretty comfortable, I guess. So I just kept it up there. So if you see, so if some of y'all are like, yo, what is that behind me? That's what it is. But I want to quickly do my pre-work, I guess, pre-work prep before I go in. I guess, whatever. I got here early. I'm interviewing a little bit, but pretty much, the classroom was, I'm telling y'all, classroom was hot, man. I'm telling y'all, fellas, man, make sure to have some deodorant on you. You never know. You could take a shower, right? Go out, you go somewhere, you start sweating. To get one, you do travel size deodorants, man. The brand doesn't matter. It could be Dove, it could be Degree, it could be whatever. I wanted to get Dove from Amazon, but they only had the only travel size one spray they had was Degree. It was like a 3-pack, so I was like, I'll just get it, whatever, it doesn't matter. So yeah, man. So my subscription, multiple, to the dating apps ended last week, I'm pretty sure. And I haven't really felt like getting on lately. I yesterday in class, because class what's going on? Oh, yeah. Yesterday in class, I got there and we weren't doing much. I was staring into space and I was thinking about a lot of stuff. And when I was thinking about stuff, I was like, man, I gotta write this down, man. I gotta write down how I'm feeling right now. So I literally took out one of the mini, cause I have like 3 notebooks for class. I took like one of the smaller ones and I started journaling how I felt in the moment and stuff like that. I took a picture of it, which I bet y'all, I gotta remember which phone's which. I take pictures from both. Just thinking about my schedule and just wanted to ask the AI how to better manage it. Talking about how gym became secondary due to my schedule and how I want to kind of keep up my fitness even with that. Talking about how dating apps are not viable, takes too much time, mental energy, and money for no results. By money, I mean subscriptions. You could also throw dates in there too, but I don't really count that. Current schedule makes it hard to schedule FaceTime calls because normally when I wasn't in trade school, I would go home at midnight, and if the person I was talking to was still up, which this happened when I first got back in the apps back in like November, the females I was talking to would be free around that time. So I would go around midnight or when I get home, whatever, and that'd be cool. But since I have class, I get up so early that as soon as I go home, I pretty much knock out. I take a shower, go out, do a knockout. Take out my clothes for the next day, everything like that. I'm multitasking. I just put on some cologne. I learned a trick recently that I'm still experimenting with, where you put some Vaseline in your hand, you spray cologne a little bit, rub it on you, it won't project as much, but it'll still be on you, so it kind of spreads evenly. And then I just spray a little bit on my shirt. Yes, I got compliments. Well, since doing that this week, I've gotten some compliments. Just people would walk in and be like, someone smells good. And I know it's me because I was the only one that really sprayed cologne with the people that I was sitting with. So, I mean, I'm still experimenting, but we'll see. But that's just what I did. And I recommend y'all, my boys out there, get you one of these atomizers you got from Amazon, like 3-pack for like $8. You as you can see, it's almost done now. But you just put your cologne in there in this bottle. That way you can just keep it in here. I used to keep like an actual bottle of cologne in here, but with the temperature change, it wasn't really good for it. So I just like, let me just put in a little atomizer and call it a day. Wasn't holding firm on values and self-respect until towards the end. So what I mean by that is, when I won the apps, let's say, I mean, I talked about this in the video, but let's just say I matched with somebody and they were like 10 out of 10 to me, right? Like looks wise, they're 10 out of 10 to me. Like, they're not actually 10 out of 10, but like yo, that's my type, you know, like, she bad. Let's say she was being slow in the responses or whatever the case may be. I would let it slide, you know what I mean? I would be like, oh, you know, let me just double text, let me do whatever. So I was just not really putting my self-respect in the forefront, you know what I mean? And because of that, I got played a lot. Not really played a lot. What's the way I can say it? They would just stop texting me, right? And when that happened, I'm like, whatever, it is what it is. But towards the end, like the later half, when I took my break, because y'all know I took my social media, not my social media break, my dating app break. When I took the break, once I got back on back in March, last month, I went to a different mindset. I was like, if they don't respond to me, it's GG's. I'm gonna double text them right at that. So towards the end, I started having that self-respect. But during the in-between time, I wasn't doing that. So yeah, it wasn't good. Have to take this time to connect back with God, like back in 2022. I'm gonna do a part 2 to this video. I just want to do this because I was here early, but it's probably time for me to go in. Basically, y'all know I have my whole new age spirituality. I just made a 10-year video on my channel. If you saw that video, y'all know what I'm talking about. But pretty much during that time, I was locked in with God, like reading the word actively. I was watching different Christian videos. There was a certain YouTuber that I'd watch who was doing like Bible talk and stuff like that, and it was really, I really liked his videos, but turns out he wasn't a good guy. I'm not gonna, if y'all were watching this guy at the time, then y'all would know who it is. I'm not gonna say a name or anything like that, but it disappointed me when I heard about it, man. It was just a whole thing. But I used to watch stuff like that, stayed off my entertainment account, because it would also lead like recommendations of like videos with streamer drama and stuff like that. So it just kind of filled my mind with like other stuff, and of course a lot of stuff. They'll be like, oh, so and so got leaked, so and so created, oh, like it's just stuff like that. Like when I'm stay signed into this channel, Ace Apprentice, oh, I made sure to keep my feed clean. So when I log in, all I see is Christian videos, self-development videos, motivational videos. That's all I see. Like, it's just clean stuff. So I'm staying like locked in on this channel and avoiding all that other stuff. But just really like in a state where I'm like, I don't really want to pursue right now. Like if I'm out in person or like wherever I am, if I'm like on my phone and so I get a DM or somebody like if I see signs of someone being attracted to me, of course I will go and approach. Of course I will go do my thing. Right? I'm not saying like I'm not like looking, but I'm not actively like, you know what I mean, I'm not going out in person and looking for someone. Like I'm not doing that, you know what I mean? Like me currently right now, I'm currently like in a monk mode like state where I'm just like, I'm just gonna do me, do trade school work, where the case may be, not really focus on the apps or not even use the apps really. And if I'm out in person or the case may be, and somebody's giving me signs, giving me signals, then I'll go approach. But besides that, nah. But I'll create a part 2 later. Alright, what's up, y'all? My shift is over, so I'm gonna finish this video out. And I don't know if I told y'all, but did I? Or maybe I didn't. I don't know. Just in case I didn't. So y'all know that cross necklace I had for years, like almost 10 years. I mean, it broke at one point, and I got the same exact one again. But pretty much the same design cross chain I had for years. Not this. 2 weekends ago, it broke. I was fixing something on my dad's truck. It was having a leak because of the third brake light. So took it out, changed the seal with a better waterproof one, put it in. It works fine so far. But at some point, me doing that, I don't know how, it just snapped. And my parents were saying, just get it fixed. But I didn't pay too much for that, so I was like, I'll just get a new one. And I was like, instead of getting the same design, let me get something different. So I got this, I got this carbon. Y'all can't really see that well, but it's like a stainless steel carbon fiber design. So you can't see it with the light, carbon fiber. So I don't know. After I put this on, I know this has nothing to do with anything, but it's just kind of funny. After I put this on, I started getting to this monk mode state where where the way I was feeling in the first part of this video is how I started feeling when I wore this. So maybe it's a good thing, man. Wearing this kind of feels like the symbiote suit with Spider-Man, or what was the other one I'm thinking of? It's another basically the symbiote suit, but like not as far as like me being a menace. It's like just me being a little different. I don't know what it is. It's a new state that I'm in when it comes to Ace in 2026. I don't know, but yeah. So I said all that shit earlier. I'm just like I did not know how to describe it or process it. So I sent this picture to Gemini AI. I wrote some things about. I would show y'all the journal, but there's some stuff in there that I didn't share because I want to keep that to myself. But I literally wrote like the whole page. So I was just writing. I didn't even like sit to the brainstorm. I didn't even brainstorm anything. I just literally just wrote like. So there were some things I asked Gemini about, like schedule with the gym and stuff like that, and they gave me some good suggestions. But overall, it told me. Well, I showed it that. Then I asked. I'm like, I told it how I was feeling in a paragraph or two, and I was like, listen, like I don't know how to describe how I'm feeling and stuff like that. So it pretty much said, I'm just kind of like in a monk mode like state where I'm just locked in on what I'm doing with trade school and work, and just not wanting to waste my time, not wanting to, like I'm just making the most out of my time. So not that I'm not going to want to date, like I said. Like if I'm out and about, I'm getting like let's just say, right? Let's just say, I mean, I would never do this on a trip, but like out the country. But let's just say I'm on a trip somewhere, and let's just say I'm in Cancun, right? And I'm walking, and I see a little fine little shorty over there, just looking at me, playing with her hair, or just giving me like little signals. Or I'm at the gym and somebody's giving me signals. I'm gonna go approach. I'm gonna go get their number or whatever it may be. I'm gonna do that. I'm going to pursue. I'm going to court. But I don't want to, especially the dating, so I don't want to go out my way to like swipe. Like, I don't want to do that. Like, as far as like right now goes, maybe next year when I'm done with school and everything like that, and I moved on to, you know, electrician apprenticeship and stuff like that, maybe, because I have more time and, you know, stuff like that. But not just more time, but like I'll be in like a better, not better field, but like I'll be heading towards my career. I'm working on my career right now as I'm in trade school, working on my electrician and, you know, stuff like that, my requirements and stuff like that, my education requirements. But like I'm be continuing on the course of my career, pretty much. So maybe at some point, maybe at that point I'll do it, but who knows? Maybe. And I'm still signed to the app, so if I get any likes or matches with me even not being on there, and it pops up, and I'll see what's up. But like, as far as me actively going on there, me going to the mall or so just to approach, or me going out just to get numbers, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that as far as right now. I'm just like, I'm locked in. Also, like I said before, I don't feel like using social media. One of my boys, he's probably watching this, one of my boys recommended me to spruce up my Instagram, because y'all know how I finish Instagram. I just posting it just for like gym stuff. You recommend I spruce it up so that I would attract females on there. But like, one, I don't really want to use social media like that, and two, I'm like, nah, man, like I'm not. I just don't feel it right now, man. Yeah, pretty much like I said, full focus on school, work, and God. My recent courting quote unquote failures were just EXP from God. You know, because when I was on my break, I was thinking like, man, I'm lonely, this, that, and the third. Getting back on the apps and courting different women, because I was talking to a few women. One-on-one date, like I told you about before, didn't go on dates with two of them, but we were in the talking stage. Actually, three of them. So I was getting EXP, you know what I mean? But like, I'm at that point now where I'm not like, oh, this sucks, or like, oh, I feel lonely. I just like, I don't feel hurt. I don't feel sad. I don't feel mad. I don't feel anything. Like, I just feel neutral. I'm just like, I'm just focusing on what I gotta do, man. Like, and really wanted to lock back in with God. Yeah, that's pretty much what I want to say. I got some stuff, and of course, retention, no fap. Of course, that's like the big thing. So I really gotta keep going strong on this, like really, like, you know what I mean? Because that's gonna help with a lot of the stuff, especially with my lack of sleep, with trade school and stuff like that. Which, speaking of which, I should be heading home. Like I normally, it's why I don't post every day, because I usually just want to leave, go home, shower, head to bed. But I wanted to finish this video out, and of course I have my 2027 goals here, which I'm not gonna share because blocking your blessings and all that. But I do have some stuff here that's very, very possible if I lock in, which I already started doing so. So when it's time for me to share that next year, y'all will know. But yeah, I gotta create another vision board. Y'all already know I have like a vision board of like things I want to achieve over just my life, but I want to create another vision board with things I want to achieve next year, like 2027. So I gotta do that. I'm gonna buy the poster board, but probably not gonna do it till next week, because that's when I just had this past weekend off. I work this weekend, so probably next weekend when I have off again, I'll do that. But yeah, with that being said, I'll catch you on the next one. But there and now, peace.